Welcome my dear students. Today we are going to start the 5th chapter supply, law of supply and price elasticity of supply. In a free enterprise economy, prices are determined by the interaction of demand and supply. Interaction means, as you can see in the diagram, demand curve is a negative slope and supply curve is a positive slope. And the point E is showing interaction. It means where both the curves are interaction. The point at which both the curves are intersecting. This is called interaction of demand and supply. The purpose of this chapter is to undertake the analysis of the factor of supply. In particular, we will explain the relationship between the price and the quantity supplied of a commodity in terms of law of supply. In the demand, as all of you can see, that demand curve is a negative slope. The negative slope is showing that there is an inverse relationship between price and demand. And supply curve is a positive slope. It is going from downward to upward. It means that if supply rises, if price rises, supply will also rise. If price falls, supply will also fall. Because in the supply concept, you have to think according to the view of producers or sellers. Listen again, in the demand concept, you have to think according to consumers, and in the supply, you have to think according to the view of producers or sellers. Is it clear? Now, we shall do the meaning of supply. Supply of a commodity refers to the quantity of a commodity which producers or sellers are willing to produce and offer for sale at a particular price during a particular period of time. There are 3 important aspects which need to be noted. The first is supply is a desired quantity. That is how much producers are willing to sell and not how much they actually sell. Listen again, it is a desired quantity, that is how much producers are willing to sell and not how much they actually sell. Then the second aspect is supply is always expressed with price. Just as demand for a commodity is always expressed at a price, similarly supply of a commodity is always expressed at a price. With a change in the price of a commodity, its supply will also change. Because we have to think according to seller, if price rise, supply will also rise. If price falls, supply will also fall. Then the third aspect, that supply is a flow variable. Very, very important aspect. Supply is a flow variable. It refers to the amount which producers or sellers are willing to sell during a specific period of time, per day, per year, per month. I hope all of you understood the meaning of supply and important aspects. In the next class, we shall do the individual and market supply and difference between stock and supply. That's all for today. Thank you.